Hi guys, welcome back to the workshop. In this video I thought I'd bring you an update which I wouldn't really do. This might be a like behind the scenes sort of insight into what I'm doing with kits and whatnot. If you've seen the recent video, motivation has been at an all-time low recently, but I'm doing this to try and get myself back into it. I must say from the outset, there's not going to be huge amounts of videos going forwards from now for a little while, simply because I'm away to work again, and content that I want to film I haven't filmed, so it's going to be at least 4 weeks before I can film anything and then bring it to you. But I thought I'd do this today just to give you a bit of insight. A few people have been asking what's happening with this kit, what's happening with that kit, as to reasons why. So come back to this one in a minute. That's the SAS StarJet, but I'm going to focus initially on what's going on here. So I'll swing the camera around and let you know. Okay, so those of you that don't know, here at Engine Modelling, Ewan and I produce and sell the traditional SAS Ranger kits. We have the Thing 1 meter power, 1.5 meter power, and we've got an electric version up there. We've also got a 1.5 meter electric version nearly ready there. We do the Blob as a powered version, and that's kind of a hybrid glider with EDFs, which is experimental. We don't offer that as a kit, but that's what the glider looks like. Now, another airframe that Alan had designed and produced and was very popular was the Ace. This was designed to be a basic trainer. This would be the one model in the range that was offered to raw beginners to build and fly. Designed initially as a glider, as you can see, this is the glider version, and then it was redesigned slightly shorter nose for a 15 to go in the front. These are going to be kits, but as I said, why is it taking so long to develop? So the biggest single problem is me. Work, etc., taking my time. But so far, for that one airframe, which I've also got the wings being done up there, for this one airframe I've got 2 pages of revisions that I want to do to the kit. So every step I do, I'm working out, is it the best thing to do? Is it the best way? Is it going to work? Is somebody who's never built an aeroplane before going to find it difficult, or even understand what they need to do? So at the moment, the powered one is just having its top deck glued on. This is epoxied on. Now, for personal choice, I use laminating resin from SAS Ace. Really good stuff, but obviously it's epoxy, slow curing epoxy. It's designed for laminating fiberglass onto wood or other surfaces, so it's really watery. It gets into the wood really well, but it does take a long time to cure properly. As an example, I painted some on here to sort of seal it all up, and this is all touch dry, but it's still got a tack to it if you squeeze it, and that was done now 14 hours ago, so that's going to take a while to go off fully. All of the longerons are epoxied on to the ply sides, so this one's curing just now. I've done this morning, same with this piece and same with this piece. But once this top deck is glued on, that fuselage, from an epoxying point of view, bar a little piece that goes on here, is done. It's then going to be a case of shaping it, getting the front all shaped properly. What will be the next thing after that? The next thing really after that, for the fuselage, is going to be getting the servo rails in, etc. Tailplane and fin are quite quick to go on, but I need to work on the wings and get the wings built so I can then fit that onto here to make sure the tailplane's square, if that makes sense. So things do take a little while. Next stage on this one, which I'll do with the other side when I come to do it, is mix up one batch of epoxy and do the longeron that runs all the way down there to butt up to that piece, and then do the same 3 pieces on that side. Once those longerons are done, I can then join the fuselage. Now, one revision which I'm doing, which is slowing the build of these two down, is this former is a different size to this former, which means to get a square fuselage, this one's at 90 degrees to the fuselage sides, this one isn't, because it tapers in that way. So I'm changing the size of this one to make sure it's parallel between these two formers, so it can be built with that one, both of these glued on to the one fuselage side, no, 90 degrees, so using a square, so you glue it on, and then the the other fuselage side would then come in and glue on top of it on the bench, as you can see it there just now, and it will be square. To me, that makes it easier for the novice builder to build, and it also helps keep it all square and nice and true. So that's where we are with the Aces. There's also going to be another 2 airframes built of these, probably before the kit gets released, because this is the powered IC version and the glider version. The powered version, I want to offer it as either electric IC 3 or 4 channel. So I need to build the electric one, and I know there's revisions for that already. And I also need to figure out what's going to be the best power plant for it and which battery is going to be best for it, because at the minute that tank bay is huge, but I don't know what it's going to balance with. So I need to put everything in the front, build it, and then see what battery fits in there to know what battery to offer, and obviously do all the test flying and everything else. The glider version I know works. I'm not going to do any changes to the design of that, just it's refinements to make the building of it easier and the production of it easier. That might be released before the powered one. So that's the Aces. As I said, the wings are leading edges, trailing edges, tips are done. I've got to cut out the servo well in the roots before joining them. And again, I'll be doing both pairs of wings at the same time, just because it's easier to do. It's as easy to do 2 wings as it is 1. And by the time I do that, I should have 2 fuselages to mount them on. So moving on from that, we've got the Starjet. Now this particular Starjet is number 1 prototype, and I've got another 1 powered kit to build and a glider kit. Now this number 1 prototype build is actually the second kit of this, because the first one had so many errors on my behalf from the design, or transposing the design to the kit, that when I started dry fitting it together, I could see so many things just weren't going to work. So we had to do a redesign and a reproduction. This one is, as you can see, just about ready for covering and radio install. The front end, as I said, has had some epoxy put on it last night, so I need that to fully cure really before I can go much further. But this one's just ready to go. Once we've got it together and we've flown it, that's when we'll see about releasing the kit. I said the glider version, as you can tell, the fin isn't glued on yet. The glider version still needs to be built, but I can't foresee that being a problem, because all the problems I've come across so far relate to the powered version, which was a modification to the glider version. We do have an original SAS StarJet, so we can mock everything off that to make sure things work, and that's how I did it. I didn't have an original powered one, so this has all had to come from the plans and work it out from that. For those of you who aren't aware, originally there was a 48-inch and a 57-inch Aggressor, and when the Aggressor fuselages became unavailable, Alan designed the Starjet to be a wooden fuselaged Aggressor, basically. This is the 48-inch span version. I don't think we're going to do the 57, because Alan said the 48 flew the best out of the two. And as a powered model, you don't really want it to be one piece much bigger than 4-foot span. It's a handy size, and it'd be a nice model with presence in the air, but for transportation and storage, don't want anything really much bigger than that. And this is, as I said, one-piece model. The Aggressor is a two-piece model, fuselage and wings. On the Aggressor, once we've got the Starjet worked out and done, the Aggressor won't be far behind, because, as I said, it uses the same wing. Originally it went from Aggressor to Starjet. Now we're going the other way to produce the Aggressor. We're going to match the fuselage and the wing together once this Starjet wing has been proven. I can't see it being a problem, but this just highlights how long it takes to do something. There's always reasons why it's taking so long. It's not just a case of I can't be bothered or anything else like that. Recently it has. Recently it's not a case of can't be bothered, but it's finding the enthusiasm to do it. But as we're approaching the darker nights, worse weather should we say, that's when the opportunity is going to come to actually get the prototyping done, get all the building done and finished, so that come the spring we can just get out there, fly, and then produce a load of kits for you. So I thought I'd just do this quick video, just let you know where we are, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, and why things take a little bit longer than what most people might think. It's not just a case of design a kit, produce it. I don't want to put out a kit that's going to be less of a standard than what I'd expect myself from a kit. And certainly with the Ace, as we're aiming it, as it always has been, at beginners, whether it be beginner flyers, beginner builders, I want to make it as easy as possible for somebody to build and as idiot proof as possible. My plan is to possibly put out 3 kits to people to build and to beta test, basically. It's something that I haven't done with the other kits because there haven't been that many refinements from the original design, but because we're going electric with the Ace from the outset, I want to make sure that that function or facility works without really thinking about it. But we'll see. I've got a few ideas as to how I'm going to do it, but I just want to make sure it's right. So if you've been waiting for the Ace, I don't know how many, if you have been waiting for the Ace, let me know below. If you have been waiting for the Ace, it is coming. It is a slow process. I'm sorry it's taken so long. I'm trying to get my digit out of my backside to get things moving along. But yeah, it's going to be a good airplane. I've also got ideas further down the line for the Ace, which will become a new model, possibly. Or it'll be a advanced Ace or something like that. But we'll see what happens. Got to get this one done first. So yeah, just a relatively quick update on what's going on, where we're going. Hopefully I'll see you again soon with another video, but it will be at least 4 weeks from the point at which this video goes out to when new video comes up. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. But until next time, I'll catch you all later.